right, everyone. So we're in the final weekend of June. We are going into July, and this is something to kind of have been expected just based off of everything that is going on with the internet, and everybody just wants to be however they going to be. But Toy Story 5 actually only had about a 56% domestic drop, and it held very relatively strong with a worldwide total of now 585 million. That is a 135 million jump for Toy Story 5. Did a great thing. Supergirl opened at 68 million, lower than expectations, but it still opened up fairly well, kind of. And hopefully, word of mouth of actual people who are watching the film who are saying they like it will go and see the movie and help its box office not be a total bust. Obsession has officially crossed 370, and it continues to be one of the best horror success stories of the past 6 years of the 2020s. Backrooms is officially at 330, which is easily A24's biggest success right now, and that's a good thing. But even with a brand new DC movie opening, Toy Story 5 still held number one. That is really good, actually, and it, nearly $300 million domestically after just 10 days. It hasn't even been 2 full weeks yet. And another Pixar blockbuster, and probably gonna hit a billion. Probably. I mean, I think Minions opens next week. I'm pretty sure, and Minions tends to draw so many people. Illuminations just hold on the box office. Like I said, needs to be studied. Supergirl underperformed, and unfortunately, it's the one thing everyone wants to talk about because it is just nice to talk trash about a female-led superhero movie not doing well. And it's also just part for the course of the fact that the internet does have some kind of control and say over a movie failing, and it's annoying as hell because the incels who have never even had any kind of physical contact with a woman, or they've had contact with women and it's not the ones they wanted, or whatever. And these fools have talked this movie into the ground for an entire year. And unfortunately, I don't think Supergirl's going to really recover. I could be wrong, but with everything coming out in the next 2 weeks, as far as like Minions and the Moana live action and the Odyssey and then Spider-Man Brand New Day at the end of July, it's like Supergirl's not going to have a lot of hold. And I would love to be wrong. I would love for Supergirl to have one of those sleeper hits, and it just kind of has a huge comeback like Elemental did. But I don't think that's going to happen. I personally think the movie is aggressively okay, and I'll take okay over trash, and I'll take okay over bad. I was hoping for more like a 7.5, not like a 7, not like a 6, but whatever. I'm just happy a Supergirl movie even happened. So, and it isn't actually terrible, but now let's just go out the door and say that the two movies between Obsession and Backrooms together has actually grossed like $700 million. So horror is actually having a really, really good run in 2026. Like, I don't know if it's just because horror movies have gotten a hell of a lot better in the last couple of years, or if it's just that these movies are just that good or drawing. It is just incredible to see two horror movies have this much pull and this much revenue. Like, Obsession is really doing good. Like, I think it'll hit 400 million. If it doesn't, then like it's right here. I don't think the Backrooms is gonna quite do what Obsession's doing. I think Backrooms might end around like 350, 360, and even then, that's still a good end. Now, the my favorite part of the story is uh, Michael has crossed 370 domestically, but it crossed 977 million this past weekend, making it the highest earning biopic of all time. It passed Oppenheimer. It passed Oppenheimer, bro. Like, that's lit. That's lit, man. The King of Pop's legend lives on. Say what you want about the film. It is a box office juggernaut, and it might be the second film of 2026 to hit $1 billion. We'll have to see. I mean, it's right there. It's right there. And then just some small takeaways. Scary Movie 6 is actually still doing pretty good as well. Master of the Universe is just kind of cruising along. Disclosure Days, unfortunately, not really going to end up. I don't think Disclosure Day is going to profit. I mean, it's been out for a while, but 3 weeks now, and it's only at about 179 million. I think a lot of the people who really wanted to see it have seen it, and they're just kind of, okay, sure, whatever. So now it's like, okay, well then, who will see Disclosure Day if nobody's seeing Disclosure Day? You know what I mean? But I will say there's a nice takeaway from this, and I think that this weekend was not as big as the Juneteenth weekend, but it did show that family films can still dominate because they always will. Horror remains just one of Hollywood's most profitable genres. Original films can find an audience like Disclosure Day. A superhero movie, sadly, is no longer a guaranteed blockbuster opening. And it's sad because, like, I would like to see superhero movies open up big, but the fatigue is sadly there, but I think it's more fatigue from movies being okay and not good. So, one broader industry note I guess I could say is like our domestic box office is actually one of it's like had its strongest first half since before the pandemic. And with projections pointing roughly towards about $10 billion this year, I think that's a good sign. I think that's a really good sign. And I think it's something that we should be looking forward to. This is a good sign for the movie industry. It's a good sign for us. I think people should really take note of what's really going on with the box office. Now, I did leave out Jackass because, like, I don't think Jackass opened up as great as it could have. And I probably left out some other stuff. Like, Bleach opened up. Mandalorian and Grogu's actually still going. But, like, it's not like they're not like the bigger stories. So I decided to kind of leave those out. But I am happy that Bleach is back in theaters and people seem to like it. So let's just cruise along and see how the box office goes because July should be crazy. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.